It's time for Ryan's Roses. It's time for Ryan's Roses. This says, Dear Ryan, I got a direct message on Instagram from a girl I don't know. She said she's a big fan of my posts, and that's why she knows what my husband looks like because I'm always taking photos, posting them of him and my kids. She said she didn't want to cause any problems, but she saw my husband at a sushi restaurant with another woman. She said they kissed before getting in the car to leave, and that is when she knew she had to tell me. I didn't reply to her at the time, but I asked my husband all this and even showed him the message, and he just blew it off saying, it's crazy, it's not true. So after talking to my husband, I replied to the message, and the girl gave me more information. So now I'm sure he's lying to me, and I want to dig deeper. Alexia?
Yes.
How are you?
I'm just weird. Like, I haven't been myself the last couple of days. So I decided to call you guys.
And we just got your story.
Mm-hmm.
So a direct message on Instagram from a girl you don't know. That's where this all started.
Yeah, like, I'm just concerned. Like, I even lost my appetite. I feel like butterflies on my stomach, and I don't know this girl, and I don't know if I should believe her, but something inside me is telling me, like, I need to pay attention to whatever she's saying. And I don't know her. Like, I post a lot of pictures on Instagram because I wanted to be like super mom. I wanted to do all these, like, fun activities with the kids, go to the museum, travel town, hiking, and all of that stuff. And this was a very shock on me.
So you asked your husband about all this, and he just blew it off?
Yeah, he was kind of like, you spend a lot of time on social media. You should just focus on here, the moment. But, like, I went to social media because my family in Mexico can see those pictures. They can see the kids. They can follow us. And all of that sudden it started growing. And I told him, everyone can see, like, your family, my family, everyone can be updated with the kids' activities with us. And he was just saying, no, how can you follow or do these things in social media? They're wrong. It's not healthy. But, he was just insane, and I don't know what to do. I'm shaking even right now.
I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to put you on hold and make the call and try and find out what's going on next, okay?
Yes, please. I just want to cry.
So, Alexia, I need you to say, Ryan, you have my permission to call, and then whatever his name is on Kiss FM.
Ryan, I'm giving you all the permission to call and all the permission to Kiss FM.
Okay. So here we go. Be very quiet. We want to find out who he sends the flowers to and what he puts on the card, okay?
Yes.
Good luck.
Hello?
Hi, may I speak to Roman?
Yeah, this is Roman.
Hi, Roman. My name is Sonia. I'm calling from Baseline Flowers. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm a new flower shop here in Claremont, and I'm calling because you've been chosen to receive a free dozen roses today. And this is how it works. They're completely free. We don't need any billing information from you. We just need the name and, a little note of whoever you want to send them to today.
Great. So there is no charge, right?
No charge.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, so who would you like to send them to?
To my wife.
To your wife. And then you want me to just write to my wife, or do you want me to write her name?
Let's just say from me to you.
From me to you?
Yeah, from me to you.
And what's her name? Just so I can know for our
Alexia.
Confirmation. Alexia.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, and she'll receive those. Yeah, this is great. Yo, give me the address, and then she'll be receiving those this afternoon.
Hey, Roman, it's Ryan Seacrest. I need you to know your voice is being broadcast on the radio. And we've got your wife, Alexia, on the line. She's concerned. She's concerned that she is being cheated on by you based on some things she shared with us. So let me just ask you this question. Are you cheating on your wife?
No, I'm not.
That does not sound convincing to me.
This is what I'm sorry. I didn't think this is on the radio right now.
Yeah, you're on the radio.
Okay.
It is.
Well, I'm not. I just didn't think I'd be talking to you. I think I'd be talking to you today, but no, I'm not. Babe, is she on the line?
Well, Alexia, please tell him what you were thinking.
Why are you laughing? You sound like you're saying, like, no, I'm not. And you sound like you're laughing. I mean, I told you this girl contacted me and told me that she saw you with another woman. And I just can't sleep. I can't eat. I'm not the same person. So, Roman, please just tell me the truth. I didn't know what to do. So I just called Ryan to see if maybe you were sending flowers to another woman. Please be honest. Be honest with me. I just can't be like that. Please let me know if you're cheating on me.
Babe, I'm not. This is crazy. This is ridiculous.
You're laughing. I mean, Sylvia, I'm dying over here. I'm dying. I just sound like ha ha ha. Like, I'm not. I mean, that's not convincing. That's what Ryan said. You're not convincing. Why? You just can't tell me the truth. I mean, people know you from my posting. So why do you wanted to say that to me?
Look, I think you are really too deep in this social media thing. The Instagram, I think it's a bunch of... And I don't think
you're on the radio. I need you to know that.
I think you're letting it run your life. I think you're letting strangers on Instagram run our marriage. I don't think that's...
Of course not. I'm not doing any of that. Like, it's just for our family so they can see the kids. They can see our activities. We have family out in Mexico in a different series, here in California, all over, and friends. And it's not running my life. I mean, I'm concerned.
Roman, here's the moment of truth. Is there anything going on between you and another woman that would make your wife upset?
Maybe.
Oh?
Yeah.
I mean, you cannot even say. I mean, yes or no.
What is it, Roman? What is it?
Yes, but
yes.
Something happened, but
What happened?
It's over. It's a one-time thing, and it's not going to happen again.
Wait a minute. A one-time thing means you violated the relationship here. You cheated on your wife.
You
just
broke
told
your
us.
vows.
You just wasted 5 minutes telling us you didn't, but you did.
Well, I don't think it didn't matter. It doesn't. It's a dumb little mistake, and it won't happen again. And I didn't want to worry.
You can't just
I didn't want to worry.
act like you ran the car into a sign and it won't happen again.
You're a liar. Like, thousands of people is listening to you right now. You just lied, like cold blood. In a cold blood. I mean, you just didn't care, and you say many times, "No, I didn't," and you blame me. You know what? What it hurts me the most are your lies. And did you even blame me about like the social media thing? I mean, no wonder why. I mean, I just can't believe you. I mean, I'm destroyed. I don't know what I'm going to say to our kids. I mean, do you want to tell them or what? Because seriously, you need to tell them what kind of pattern they have.
Please calm down. Can we talk about this tonight?
Listen.
Can we please talk about this tonight?
Listen, Alexia, honestly, you got what you need from this. I do believe when you're talking about the kids and everything else, you need to sit down in person and have a conversation with Roman. But let me just, for the record, tell you, we gave Roman the chance to come forward. He didn't. We pressed and pried. He didn't. We pressed again. He did. I don't know how much I could trust him at all. Roman, goodbye.
All right.
Alexia, I'm going to let him go.
Okay.
But, sweetheart, I'm so sorry. But you've got to address this with him in person because he still didn't tell us the truth, given the opportunity to do it.
I know. That's the worst part. I mean, sometimes you can forgive people, but if they're lying, like in a cold blood, I mean, it's just, and I'm not in front, but like everyone is listening right now. I mean, what kind of person is that?
Okay.
The father of my kids. No.
I know. I can't.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
feel terrible.
Roman's gone. It's time for Ryan's Roses. Dear Ryan, here we go. I'm reaching out to you on behalf of my daughter. Something is off with her husband. She seems very out of sorts lately about it. And I know my daughter, so something's up. My son-in-law is never around anymore, and I know that weighs on my daughter. He was supposedly taking another job, but I'm afraid it's something else. I don't want to feel this way, but I fear for my daughter and don't want to alarm her if I don't need to. So she thinks that her daughter's being cheated on, and she wants to find out if it's fact before she goes
So the
to her
mom
daughter.
wants to call the boy.
Yeah, because it's from Antonia, who's
Husband.
the mother. Right, exactly.
Wow.
Antonia, thanks for coming on with us. What a complicated situation this is, huh?
Yes. Thank you for helping me.
Well, as we understand it, you don't want to talk to her about it until you find out it's fact, right? That's basically the bottom line.
No, I don't want to put anything in her head, until I know a little more.
Right, but are you concerned about meddling a little bit here?
Not really. No, I'm concerned for her. Something's wrong. I'm her mother. You can sense when your daughter's something's wrong.
But you didn't hear from anybody that he's cheating, or you don't have any other evidence other than she's acting out of sorts and he's taking another job.
Every time I ask, no one's. They both were fine. He goes, I'm fine.
But my point is, they're grown adults. Maybe they are fine. Maybe they're just working through whatever they're working through, and it worries me. I love
Well, if
that
that's the case, then he's going to send him to her daughter, and then.
But I'm saying for you, I love that you're concerned about your daughter. There's nothing more important, right, than your kids. But I just worry that they're grown adults, and if you get involved in this, and let's say it backfires, then she's going to be really upset and resent it.
Well, I hope not. I wouldn't go this far if I didn't think something's amiss. There's something there. Maybe I am barking up the wrong tree, but I just want to get to the bottom of it before I put a bug in her ear. I'm concerned. I'm very concerned.
How long have they been married?
3 years. 3 years.
Okay. So, Antonia, what's your daughter's name?
Lily.
Okay. All right. I need you to say, Ryan, you have my permission to call my daughter's husband.
Ryan, you have my permission to call my daughter's husband.
And his name? On Kiss FM.
On Kiss FM.
So we're going to make this call and find out who he sends the roses to. We want to also find out what he puts on the card just to see what's in his head, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right, well, good luck, Antonia.
Thank you.
Hello?
Hi, may I speak to Roberto?
Yeah, this is Roberto.
Hi, this is Wendy. I'm calling from Radiant Flowers. We're actually a new flower shop here in Westchester. How are you doing this morning?
Pretty good.
I'm actually calling because you've been selected to receive a free dozen roses today, and they're completely free. I don't need any billing information from you. I just need, the name of the person you want to send them to, and we can put a little note on it.
Free flowers.
Yes. I'm just trying to promote my business because we're new in the area.
Oh, okay. That sounds cool to me. Yeah, I would love to send them to my wife, Lily.
Wonderful. Okay, Lily. And then what would you like to write on the note?
Something kind of special. I want to say I'm so excited for our little you. Love, Roberto.
Oh my God, that's so
What?
sweet.
What?
Thank
Hello?
you.
Roberto?
Yeah.
It's Ryan Seacrest and Sissany. Your voice is being broadcast right now on the radio, and we've got your mother-in-law, Antonia, on the line.
Oh, my gosh.
Are you serious?
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, hi.
Are you having a baby, Roberto?
Am I going to be a grandmother?
Yeah, we're having a little girl.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. I can't believe it. I'm going to be a grandmother. What the hell?
Congratulations, Antonia.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say, Roberto. Oh,
Well, yeah, thank you.
So, Roberto, we're on the line because truly your mother-in-law was concerned about her daughter because she noticed her daughter was acting differently and she was just drawing her own conclusions. But I think the great news here is this is a family that's about to get bigger and
Yeah.
closer together and lots of celebrations. And so Roberto, with that, we'd actually like to give you something, okay?
Sure, okay.
Can you hold on for 1 second?
Okay, yeah.
What do we have?
Well, let's buy him like a crib or something.
Roberto, we'd like to give you a crib for the new baby.
Wow.
Right?
That's awesome.
From Babies Are Us.
I
Yeah.
love it. Thank you so much, you guys. You guys are the best.
Okay? All right, so I'll let you go, and we're just going to spend a second with Antonia, and she'll call you back, okay?
All right. Well, sounds beautiful. Thank you, guys. You guys
Okay.
made my day. Awesome.
All right, Roberto.
I'll call you in a few minutes.
You take care.
Roberto.
Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.
All right, Antonia, so that all makes sense now.
Oh boy.
You and me both.
Oh, man.
Hang on.
Well, technically, it's oh girl.
We are terrible people.
That's okay. There's a baby on the way.
But Antonia and you and me are bad people
you
today.
and I didn't know.
Ryan's Roses. Public service here. It says, Dear Ryan, I've been married 3 months. This is the time when we're supposed to be enjoying each other, the honeymoon phase. And yet here I am asking for your help because I think my husband may be cheating on me already. Not to be too graphic, but we've only been intimate 1 or 2 times since our honeymoon.
Wow.
You're married. That's not normal, right?
No, it's not
Okay.
normal.
My friends say if it's not happening with me, it must be happening somewhere else. Did he meet someone at his bachelor party or since we got married? Has he been cheating all along? Wow, this is interesting. All right, let me grab Catherine. Catherine?
Hi, good morning.
Hi, how are you?
I'm all right.
This is
Like you.
yeah, I'm okay. This is interesting. You've only been married 3 months and you already think he's messing around.
Yeah, it's really kind of scaring me, and I can't believe that I'm having these thoughts.
I don't mean to pry too much, but so you said that you're not that intimate that often. Were you before you got married?
Yeah, I mean, we were intimate before. We were like just intimate like twice on our honeymoon, and then only a couple times since.
And that's not normal for you guys. Like usually it was a lot more.
Yeah, like beforehand, I mean, I thought this was like the perfect guy and relationship, and that's, getting married, that, I know that things start to tail off a little bit, but I thought we'd be in the honeymoon phase much longer.
Right, but do you have a good physical dynamic?
Not now, no.
But did you before? Did
Oh,
you guys
yeah,
have
before.
good, You did.
Yeah, I was satisfied.
You were satisfied. Okay.
And has he been acting any different? Like acting weird around you, hiding things?
Yeah, he seems like he's removed, and that he just is avoiding me even. And
1 or 2 times since the honeymoon and 3 months ago, that's something's up.
Yeah.
Like that's not
That's
not right.
Yeah, a lot more than that.
So, Catherine, we're going to call your husband and offer him some roses and find out who he sends them to and also what he puts on the card, because that's the key. You want to find out what message is on the card. So I need you to say, Ryan, you have my permission to call, and then whatever his name is, your husband's name, on Kiss FM.
Ryan, you have my permission to call on Kiss FM.
Okay. Good luck, all right?
Thank you.
Okay.
Hello?
Hi, may I speak to Daniel?
Yeah, this is he.
Hi, Daniel. Good morning. My name is Madeline. I'm calling from Lovely Flowers. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay. How are you?
I'm good. We're a new flower shop here in Southgate. Actually, we're a little closer to Downey, but we have a new delivery service, and I wanted to know if you would like to receive a free dozen roses. You can actually send them to whoever you want today, and they're absolutely free. We don't need any info from you. Just the name of the person you want to send them to and a quick note.
Oh, okay. Boy, yeah, I mean, you guys probably somebody else you can call, right? Like, I don't really have anybody I want to send them to.
Oh, there's nobody that you would like to, just anybody that you would want to put a smile on their face today and just surprise them? Do you have a girlfriend?
Yeah. No, man. You guys, I mean, I'm sure you probably should just call somebody else. I mean, I don't really have anybody to give them to. I mean, I'm sure you can find somebody that can use this.
Okay.
No.
Hello? Hello?
Yeah?
Yes, hi. It's Ryan Seacrest. I need you to know your voice is being broadcast on the radio, and I have your wife on the phone. And I have to tell you, she's asked us to call you to find out if possibly you're cheating on her. Are you cheating on your new wife?
What? No.
You're not cheating on her. You would never. I don't want to be awkward here, but she says that you've only been intimate like twice since you've been married 3 months ago.
Yeah, no, that's...
Well, what's that about?
Look, I just...
Daniel, are you over me already? Like, what is it?
No, I just... Look, I think I might have made a mistake. Look, I love you, Catherine. I do. I don't know if this marriage was the right decision.
Well, I mean, it's a bit late to have second thoughts now. How long have you guys been together?
I mean, we've been together for 2 years, and I just, once the marriage ball got rolling, I thought maybe I was just getting nervous or I was just getting cold feet. But, I mean, I don't feel like this is the right thing for us. I care about her. Catherine, I do. I don't know if, marriage is the right thing for me and us right now.
So you think shutting her out is the right thing to do?
I mean, I want to be intimate, but I don't. That's not the right thing to do by you, Catherine.
Forget the intimacy. Do you want to be married to the woman you just married? I mean, that's a bit selfish to come up with this conclusion now.
Like I said, I was getting these feelings before the marriage, and I thought everybody goes through this. Everybody gets cold feet sometimes, and you just get a little nervous. And you've never done this before. I thought once we got married, everything would go away, but it hasn't, and I don't know what to do.
Well, Catherine, how would you like to respond to this?
I am in shock. I mean, I just can't believe after all of this that I mean, it would have been devastating if he was cheating, but to find out that he just doesn't even want to be married to me anymore, I don't know.
Catherine, it's not that I don't care about you. I do.
Yeah, but hey, how about you had this conversation before you got married? I mean, 3 months into it, now you're going to tell her? I mean, that's totally selfish, bro.
I don't know what to do. I mean, I would rather she find out now than 5 years from now or once we've already started.
But you just got married. Couldn't you have had this conversation before you got married?
I probably should have said something about how I was feeling going into it. But, I mean, like I said, I thought everybody feels this way. They get a little nervous. You get a little unsure of things before you...
Did you feel that way, Sisney?
No, you absolutely do not feel that way.
Yeah,
no.
I don't think you did. I don't think Sisney felt that way. Well, look, here's the thing. Catherine, are you there?
Yeah.
It's devastating news to hear like this. I don't think your husband's cheating, but I think you have to have a heart-to-heart about if he's in it or not, fully in it or not, you know?
Yeah, no, we do. This is not the conversation I expected to be having, but we do.
Okay. All right. I'm going to let you both go. But you guys, you should speak in person as soon as you can. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So I don't get that at all. I mean, 2 years together, how do you not know? I mean, what's changed in 3 months?
I don't believe him.
What, you think he's cheating?
Yeah. I think he is.
Well, you're cynical Sissany over there. I mean,
not,
you
no.
and Ellen.
This is why-
Ellen thought every guy cheated.
You
Now
know
cynical
why?
Sissany over
Because you
there.
don't just shut off love like that. Like, there's a reason why all of a sudden he's thinking that he doesn't love her, he doesn't want to be married anymore. It's because he's guilty. It's because he cheated on her maybe before they
if
got
he was-
married or afterwards.
But if he was cheating, he might have sent the flowers to someone else.
Well, maybe he hasn't. Maybe he's not even with that person now. Maybe this happened before they even got married, and that's why he was having all those weird feelings before.
It's time for Ryan's Roses. Now it's time for Ryan's Roses. So here's the deal. Clara from Valencia says, Dear Ryan, I was in the App Store on our home computer, and I saw a certain dating app in the purchased tab. The first chance I got, I went on my husband's phone, and I didn't see the app anywhere. But then I did a search, and it came up. It was clearly hidden on the phone, so I went in and found a conversation he had with a girl. I wrote hi, and she wrote hi back. Then I said, I'm thinking we should meet, and she wrote back, ha, 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 I'm pretty sure what we've done constitutes meeting. Then she wrote, or did you mean again? LOLZ. All right, let's get her on. So, hi, Clara. How are you?
I'm okay, I guess. How are you?
I'm all right. It is interesting because knowing this, I was talking with Sisney earlier about it. I feel like I would want to address it with this woman. Like, I would want to go to her immediately and find out what's going on. Maybe at the same time I'd address it with him. Or maybe her first. Or very quickly, I'd get to both of them, I think. Where's your head on it?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm confused. I'm hurt. I'm upset. I mean, seeing this, I just I can't even believe it. I mean, this is somebody that he's been my partner, you know? He is my partner and my best friend. And I feel so betrayed, but I don't know. I want to know what's going on, and I don't know. I don't want to confront her. I don't want to talk to her.
You don't. Man, that'd be tough.
Now that you've already, got in contact with these back and forths, I feel like I would have just said something.
I don't want to talk to her.
How long have you been together?
Well, we've been married for 4 years, but I mean, we've been together for 7 years right now.
Okay. Do you have kids?
No.
I want you to say, Ryan, you have my permission to call, and then whatever your husband's name is, on Kiss FM.
Ryan, you have my permission to call on Kiss FM.
Okay. We are going to make this call. Sisney is going to offer him some roses. And you'll be on the line. You'll hear everything. Just be quiet because we want to hear who he sends them to and then what he writes on the card. All right?
Okay.
Okay, baby. Good luck. Here we go.
Hello?
Hi, may I speak to Anthony?
This is him.
Hi, Anthony. My name is Yolanda. I'm calling from Flowers and More. How are you doing this morning?
Good. Is this a courtesy call type of thing? Because I actually got some work I got to be doing here.
Oh, this will take 2 minutes. Honestly, I'm just trying to offer you a free dozen roses. We're a new flower shop here in the Santa Clarita area, and I wanted to know if you would like to send just a free dozen roses to anybody today. I don't need any billing information from you. They're absolutely free.
What do you say the name of the company is?
Flowers and More. We're actually brand new right here on McBean Parkway.
Oh, okay. That's right.
Yeah. Yeah. So, is there anybody that you'd like to send a dozen roses to today? I just need the name that you want to of whoever it is, and you can write a little quick note.
Oh, you know what? Yeah. Why don't you make it out to her name is Jamie.
Jamie.
It's spelled normal. JAMIE.
IE? Okay. And then what would you like to put on the note?
I'm thinking something like, oh, geez. It's got to be kind of clever, this one.
Is this like a girlfriend?
Ready? Maybe like ready when you are?
Oh, ready?
Anthony, it's Ryan Seacrest, and Sisney is the other voice you're hearing. Your voice is being broadcast on the radio, and we have your wife on the other line. What is happening with you and Jamie?
I'm sorry. What? Who is this?
What is happening with you and Jamie? This is your wife,
Clara.
Yeah. Who's Jamie, Anthony?
Oh my God. What's happening? Why are you calling me?
I don't know. What is happening? You tell me. I don't know what's happening.
I was called by a flower company, and they said I could.
Oh my God, Anthony! Who is Jamie?
Jamie is. You don't. Oh,
I don't
so
know.
I don't want to make.
Tell me.
I don't want to make this a big deal. I don't want to make it a big circus right now. This isn't.
It's already
This
a
isn't what
circus. It's kind of a big deal.
But allow me to explain as best as I can right now with what's happening. I met a woman named Jamie on a dating app.
Oh
There's
my
like a
God.
billion of them now, and I didn't. It wasn't. But listen, hear me out. It wasn't because I was looking for someone else. It wasn't because I was.
What were you
on a
doing
dating
on a
app?
dating app?
I'm on a dating app because my buddy did it, and he said that the app helped him in his marriage because his wife saw it and they reconnected emotionally.
Okay.
Oh my
Hold
God.
on. Dude, just so we're clear, you think that going on a dating app and engaging in dialogue with another woman is going to help out your relationship with your wife?
I don't know. It was experimental in nature.
It doesn't make any sense.
How about the note? Ready when you are.
Can't even just talk to me first. Like, we talk about everything. We've been best friends for so many years now, and you can't even talk to me and tell me that something's wrong. You have to go out and meet another woman.
I did not meet.
I don't understand.
Wait, you didn't meet her? Because we have some texts back and forth that indicate you did meet her. So, did you meet Jamie? Because your wife got into your phone and she has corresponded with Jamie, and Jamie has revealed some information to us, okay?
Whatever I did, it was not to the extent that your imaginations are going.
No, listen, I'm not imagining anything. Clara informed me of all of this, and then you just sent a note to this other woman saying, ready when you are. Can you help us understand why you're
What
saying
is
that?
supposed to mean?
It was flirtatious. It wasn't. I don't feel about this stupid person who I barely know. I don't feel about her the way I feel for my wife. That's not.
I don't know how you feel about me at this point. How am I supposed to think that you think about me? I mean, for you to do something like this is so hurtful. I just don't even know what to think right now.
Anthony, you're confused, and it doesn't make a lot of sense. Let me just ask you a very important, clear question. Are you cheating on your wife?
Silence.
You can't answer the question?
I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
Yes, I'm sorry. And I'm sorry it had to come out like this, and I'm
What?
sorry I did it, and I'm sorry that I'm...
Oh my gosh, Anthony.
So all of the BS about your friend is BS?
I'm full of it. Yeah.
All right, how long have you been seeing Jamie?
I saw her twice in the last couple of weeks. It was texting, and then I made the decision to meet her, which was a mistake, and it turned into a second meetup, and we hadn't met since. So I don't want to keep meeting her. I don't want this to be a thing. I am in the wrong. That's very obvious.
Right,
Yeah,
but
I don't know if I want to be with you anymore. If this is going to be how you're going to treat me.
Yeah, I mean, you lied to her to see Jamie. You lied to her just now
you
when
broke
she
her
asked
trust.
you about it. You could have just confessed to her. Anthony, we're going to let you go. We're going to keep your wife on the line. Claire, I've disconnected his line. I'm sorry that you had to hear that from him. Look, I have to tell you, it wasn't making a lot of sense that he wasn't cheating on you. It seemed all signs indicated that he was cheating on you. I think you now have confirmation, and then you have to let this sit with you and decide whether or not you can forgive him and live with it or not. And by the way, it's up to you. It's what's in your, what can you live with? What can you deal with? But right now it's just shock. So we're going to give you a big hug. Can you hang on? I just want to hang on for 1 second. Okay. I want to chat with you 1 sec. Ryan's Roses as a public service, a last resort in your relationship. If you're up against a rock and a hard place and can't figure out what to do, then send us the scenario via email. We'll call you and find out if you want to go on the air. And that's exactly what's happened with Denise in Orange County. And she has written us this email. Let me read it to you, and then we're going to put her on and see what's going on in her relationship. But very interesting. She says, I went away to Vegas for a girls' weekend, and when I came home, things felt different between me and my husband. I also found some stuff out of place and what would appear to be remnants from a party or something. About a week later, I couldn't find a certain set of sheets from our bed. When I asked my husband, he said he accidentally spilled food on them when I was out of town and threw them away. Now, I've spilled food on my sheets.
Come on.
They do not go in the garbage bin. They go into the washer. And I've had a lot of different sauces in my sheets.
You spilled food in your sheets?
I like mustard. And so I've had a lot of mustard.
Bed.
I don't love to, but sometimes I'm so beat, I have to. And when you're like a bachelor, you just do it. But I like mustard. I've had mustard issues.
Okay.
And mustard's not easy to get out sometimes, especially the kind that I like. So anyway, she says, when I asked my husband, he said he accidentally spilled the food. That's when I became super suspicious. My fear is that he cheated on me while I was away. I hope we can find out what's going on. Yeah, it's a little suspect that wifey, like if wifey is away and you mess up your sheets, for sure I'm leaving those sheets with the food stain so she doesn't think what she's thinking.
Yeah. Or you try to fix them and you just tell her like, hey, I tried to take the stain out and it didn't come out.
But if you've got sriracha all over your sheets, then you would, I would definitely not throw them out so she doesn't question me. Why'd you throw the sheets out?
And wouldn't you call her in Vegas and she'd be like, hey, I spilled sriracha in the sheets. How do I get them out? What do I use?
Nope. I wouldn't bother her on the girls' weekend. I wouldn't.
Okay. That's sweet of you, actually.
I think that the girls need to do their thing, right? You don't want to, plus she's only going to get upset with you. Why'd you have sriracha in the bedroom? It's like the things that we do when you're away. That's the kind of stuff that we do when you're away. We bring sauce into the bedroom. That's
you weren't supposed to be eating the sriracha in the bed in the first place.
I know, but that squirty thing just it's had a life of its own.
When you take the cap off, it's like, oh.
Right. Well, that's way too dangerous. But let me get to Denise because this is actually serious for Denise. Hi, Denise. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm okay. I would be worried too. We were just talking, if he really did screw up with food, then he would have left the sheets for you to see as proof,
Yeah, and not to mention, but those were nice sheets. We got those for our wedding. To just toss them, it seems outrageous to me.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, most of my friends, we're not tossing out stuff we stain. We're even just wash, even if it's got still the stain in it, we're washing it and putting it back on the bed.
Exactly. It just seems weird.
How long have you guys been married?
2 years.
This creates a whole new narrative of craziness because now, we used to worry about everybody going to Vegas, and we were talking about earlier. Now it's worrying about not what's going on in Vegas, but what's going on back home while you're in Vegas.
And I don't know. This is also a man who, like you were saying, Ryan, stains do not bother him. I'm the one who says, ooh, I don't think you should keep that tie anymore.
Right. Okay. Do you have kids?
We do not.
It's Ryan's Roses. This is really interesting. I hope you don't have to get out of the car, or if you do, put on iHeartRadio on your phone right now, because this is a scenario I never really thought about.
Yeah.
Imagine girls' weekend. You go with your girlfriends to Vegas. Normally, naturally, you'd be worrying as the guy, well, what's going on in Vegas? However, it's the reverse of that. She's in Vegas. He may be messing around while she's gone. So it's not, hey, what's happening in Vegas? What's going down there? But more of what's going down at home while I'm in Vegas.
Yeah.
The sheets were stained, he says, with food, so he threw out the sheets. She couldn't find the sheets, the good sheets.
Yeah, who throws out your sheets that you got for your wedding?
Any guy knows you don't throw out sheets, especially if you ruin them yourself. You prove that you ruined them and you show the stain.
Yes.
You don't just throw stuff out like that. You know you're going to get in trouble. So I think
why was it so bad that he threw them out? That's a whole other. Ugh.
Well, clearly he was. Well, not clearly, but she thinks clearly he was with somebody else, and that's why he did it. So let's find out. I'm going to have you offer the roses here. Denise, I need you to say, Ryan, you have my permission to call, and then whatever your husband's name is on Kiss FM.
You have my permission to call my husband on Kiss FM.
Okay, we're going to do that. Sissy's going to offer him some roses, and we want to find out who he sends them to. We're also going to find out what he writes on the card, okay?
Okay.
So be very quiet. Here we go. Sissy, good luck.
Okay.
Okay, good luck, Denise.
Hello?
Hi, may I speak to Nick?
This is Nick.
Hi, Nick. My name is Allison. I'm calling from Blooms. We're a new flower shop here in Orange.
Okay.
Well, actually, I'm calling because you've been selected to receive a free dozen roses today.
Really?
Yeah, actually, we're doing a little promotion here at the flower shop, and we're calling one person per day, and it's a free dozen roses. Basically, you can send them to whoever you want today. I just need the name of the person and a quick little note, and I don't need anything from you. I don't need billing information or nothing. They're just completely free.
Oh. Can I send them to my wife, Denise?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, Denise. And then what would you like to write on the note?
Okay, right. Everyone needs a flower person. I'm just glad that you're mine.
Wait, I'm sorry, you went too fast. Everyone needs a
flower person.
Okay.
I'm just glad you're mine. That's good, right?
Glad you're mine.
Nick?
Yeah?
Hi, it's Ryan Seacrest and Sissany. I need you to know your voice is being broadcast on the radio, and we have your wife, Denise, on the line.
What's going on?
What's going on is this doesn't. The story you told me about the sheets and spilling stuff, it doesn't add up, Nick.
So, Nick, let me tell you. Here's the thing. She reached out to us because she said she was in Vegas with her girlfriends, and you were home by yourself. And when she got back, you had some story about staining the sheets, these nice sheets you got from your wedding in your bedroom, with food. Yeah. And she, honestly, it made her worried that maybe that's not the real story, and that there may be something else that happened with those sheets, and that's why you threw them out. And I have to admit, I don't think she's so wrong by being so suspect, because it's a little weird that you would stain your sheets and then just with food and then just throw them out, especially if they're nice sheets.
Right.
I mean,
no, she's right. No, I lied. Okay, maybe. No, it's not what you think, I promise. No, it's not. Okay, I told you I have friends over, right? So some guys came over. Two of the guys brought some girls over. One of the guys, before I knew what was going on, took one of the girls into our room and did some stuff. And then I figured out what was going on. I threw a big fit, and stuff didn't go right. I threw the sheets away.
my God. Oh, gross.
That's what happened.
When I asked you it kind of looked like there'd been people over, and you just said it was a couple of the guys, which to me sounds like we're going to drink beer and watch basketball or something. That doesn't sound like guys.
There were like 4 guys and 2 girls. I didn't know about the girls, though.
Who are the girls? Who's bringing rando girls into our home? And oh my God.
That's not okay.
Yeah, I don't think, but Nick, this is not good either. I mean, so you're saying it wasn't you that messed up your sheets, but some random girls who were with some buddies of yours go into your bedroom and mess them up and you throw them out? I mean, that's disgusting.
I didn't know that they went into my bedroom, though.
I mean, how big is the place? How did you not, where'd they go? I mean, how many people were over, you know?
Right? Because, in college, you can get away with that when you're like, oh, somebody ran off to our room and I didn't. Well, our place is a 2-bedroom apartment. It's not that big. I don't understand how you didn't.
Yeah, Nick, it's not great, Nick.
That's why I threw the sheets away in front of everybody. When I found out what was going on, I stormed in there and said, "Get the hell out, come on, quit."
Well, why did you even let the random people come over and hang out?
Well, 2 of them weren't random, and the other ones were kind of random, and then everybody didn't show up at the same time, and by the time everybody was there, I was drinking pretty good, so...
But see, I again worry about what's happening at home while somebody's in Vegas. This is not a good scenario. You're having a party with your wife not there, and other girls are there. They're in your bed. That's not. Nick. It's not good. Not good. Not good.
Not to mention that you're the one who was like, "Yeah, babe, you should totally go."
Denise, do you believe Nick that he didn't have another woman in your bed himself?
I want to believe.
All right, so let's say you do. Now, we have to penalize him for this is disgusting.
Yeah.
Having people in your room that you don't know that do whatever they do so much that they ruin the sheets he's got to throw them out. That's a real violation.
It is.
It's bad judgment. Bad judgment.
It just feels like that's our home. That's our bed. I don't know.
All right.
Yeah.
So
forget the sheets. The whole bed is tainted. Ugh.
Yeah.
I know. I screwed up, and that's why I didn't tell you, and I tried to hide it, and now...
Why don't we figure out where we go from here? All right, Nick, we're going to let you go. Denise, I still worry about your husband's judgment when you're away. I think that's something you got to talk to him about, because what he just told us doesn't make me feel... Weirdly, he didn't... Okay, so let's say he didn't cheat. Still doesn't make me feel great. I don't have great peace of mind after that.
It doesn't make me feel good either. It just... I mean, I'm glad he.
Don't be. There's not a lot of gladness.
He's just not making the right decisions.
Okay.
All right. All right.
Yeah.
Well, good luck. Go ahead and address it with him and see what you can find out. Thanks for reaching out to us.
Thank you, guys.
Okay. Bye. Hey, can we talk about his card?
His card? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I know. Everyone
Every
needs a flower. I'm
person?
or a flower person. I'm just glad you're mine.
Yeah. What was that?
I don't know.
And I am sorry, but if I went away and my girlfriend had people over and there was a dude in my bed with some other girl,
heck no.
that might make me want to really break up. Ryan's Roses as a public service, a last resort here. Let's get Leticia. Leticia, how are you?
Hi, good. Thanks, and you?
Good. Thanks for coming on. Let me read your email. She says, Dear Ryan, my husband is away in Arizona. It was a work trip last week, and then he stayed for Dodger spring training with his buddies. He's coming back tomorrow. When the kids and I tried to FaceTime him early in the morning the other day, he did not pick up. We FaceTime a lot when we're away. When I texted him to let him know we were trying to do it, he texted and said he's still in bed and not dressed, so he doesn't want the kids to see him not dressed. He's never cared before. I thought maybe he was just hungover, but he's been acting strange in general lately. I fear there's more to this story. I'm afraid there may be somebody else. Or in this case, maybe somebody else was with him. Leticia from Reseda. So, Leticia, I have a lot of friends that they always FaceTime their kids if they're traveling before they go to bed, and they FaceTime them actually first thing in the morning before they go to school. I understand that rhythm. And so your concern is this is not normal for him to not do it. So what was going on?
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to find out.
How long you been married?
We've been married for 6 years.
How many kids do you have?
We have 2.
And you FaceTime all the time?
Yeah, we do. We do. Actually, sometimes even when he's at work, we'll FaceTime at lunch. Yeah, we do it a lot.
I mean, why wouldn't he, Sissany? Put yourself in this situation. Why wouldn't he FaceTime? Maybe he's driving a car?
No.
But he said he was undressed.
But maybe, the undressed hungover excuse.
No.
You could maybe try to believe because he didn't want to look like that in front of the kids.
By the way, you look hungover and FaceTime all the time. That's no excuse. Nothing to worry about. I mean, have you seen the way we look on FaceTime?
No, I mean, this is the first time. He's acting very weird. It's just never happened before.
So, Leticia, we're going to call him, okay?
Okay, thank you.
I need you to say, Ryan, you have my permission to call, and then whatever his name is on Kiss FM.
Ryan, you have permission to call my husband at Kiss FM.
Well, Sissany's going to offer him some flowers, and we want to see who he sends them to.
Yeah.
And then what he puts on the card. Very, very important here, okay? And he's back tomorrow, so we're still calling it. We're not calling him here. Calling his cell as he's in Arizona.
Yeah.
Good luck, okay?
Thank you.
Hello?
Hi, may I speak to Johnny?
Yes, him. Who's this?
Hi, my name is Chrissy. I'm calling from Floral Envy. We're actually a new flower shop in Reseda. How are you doing?
I'm good, Chrissy. How you doing?
I'm good. Actually, I'm calling because you've been selected to receive a free dozen roses today, and you can actually send them to whoever you want. And we don't need any billing information from you. We're just doing a little free promotion today.
Oh, that's pretty awesome. Cool. Can I have them sent to the hotel I'm staying at?
Well, where are you at?
I'm at the Radisson in Scottsdale.
Oh, you're in Scottsdale. Let me see. You know what? We might be able to connect that through a flower shop there. So let me see if we can do that. We probably can. So who would you want to send them to?
I just want it to the hotel, to the front desk.
Hotel.
If you can send it to Tina, and that's with an E.
Tina with an E. Okay. Mm-hmm. And then what would you like to write on the note?
I'm sorry. I can't hear anymore.
Johnny, your voice is being broadcast on the radio. I need you to know that. That is your wife, Leticia. Who is Tina? That's the question. Who is Tina?
Tina's the girl in the front desk. that took care of us last night.
I'm sorry. Why are you sending flowers to Tina instead of your wife?
She took care of us last night. She took care of us last night. I figured something.
Honestly, do not understand. You're acting very weird.
Let him explain. What did she take care of last night, Johnny?
We were hanging out last night with the guys, and she took care of the food and drinks.
So the girl at the front desk at the Radisson took care of the food and the drinks for you and your buddies. When you say took care of, what does that mean?
Why she took care of your drinks and your food? You can pay for that. That's why you have a job, and you and all your friends.
Letty, it's free. What am I going to do? Pass it? I don't want to offend the girl.
You tip the lady. You don't have to send her flowers.
Yeah, but consider the flowers like a tip. I'm not doing nothing wrong. I'm just sending flowers to say
sorry.
Why are you so angry? Why are you so angry?
No, because I'm being accused of something that I haven't even done.
Oh,
I'm just,
sorry.
I thought it was free. I thought it was free.
Did you sleep with her? Just be honest, please. I can't
What?
take any of this. Johnny, I think you're sending her flowers. Where is she? At the same hotel? That's so easy, right?
She works at the hotel, Letty.
Why couldn't you pick up this morning? Why couldn't you FaceTime?
I couldn't pick up. I was tired.
But you were with her, right? You were with
I was not with her.
Oh
I was not with her. See, this is
Johnny, here's the thing. Johnny, here's the thing. Your wife said she tried to get in touch with you on FaceTime to say hi to the kids. You said I can't. I'm not dressed. Doesn't make a lot of sense. You could easily throw on a robe or something. So that's the first thing. And then now we call, and instead of sending roses to your wife, you asked the florist here if she could use one of their affiliate satellite offices to send them to you there to the front desk girl. It's not adding up to be Johnny. It doesn't add up to look great.
It's just going to if you were to buy me, let's say you're taking care of me, you buy me something. Somebody offers me, hey, you want to send chocolates or flowers to Ryan? Hey, yeah, send it free.
Yeah, but I would think to send them to my girlfriend that doesn't exist.
Well, if your girlfriend pays for my lunch, then I would send it
Johnny.
to her.
All right, so look, all right, let's assume that you're legit. So you're there. You're unavailable for FaceTime because you don't want anybody to see you without your clothes on. You sleep late, whatever. Fine.
It was a rough night, Ryan.
I understand. I understand. So you're entitled to have a rough night. So fine, you're sleeping in and it's a rough night. But now you send, I'm just saying it looks guilty. You sent roses. You're about to put something on the card to a woman at the front desk who helped you out with your drinks last night.
Listen.
I mean, by the way, that should have been room service.
Listen, it wasn't just us. It wasn't just me. It was my other two coworkers who were all hanging out.
Okay.
Nothing happened.
And what are the names of the other two coworkers?
Steve and Rick.
Steve and Rick are there. Do you know Steve and Rick? Letty? Oh, she's hung up.
Oh,
no, she's hung up.
Oh. She, man. Oh.
Why don't you call your wife and try and explain what's going on here? Because obviously she thinks you're cheating on her, bro. That's the reason she reached out to us. So whether it's this or whether it's something else, that's what she feels. I'm not making it up. I'm just telling. I'm trying to help you. All right? Good luck, Johnny. So we've lost her. We've lost him.
Mm-hmm.
It's time for Ryan's Roses. And Ryan's Roses right now, but this is a little bit, it's a little bit different. She says, Sarah, by the way, in Echo Park, she says, Dear Ryan, I've been seeing a guy since December and I thought things were going really well. But recently I ran into a friend of mine who apparently knows the guy I've been seeing. He said to me, you're not dating, so-and-so, are you? And I said, no, even though I am, just because I wanted to hear what he had to say. He said, okay, good, because he's on all these creepy sugar daddy websites. Wow. And then she says, would it be possible for Tanya to go on one of these websites and pose as a gold digger? I've heard her do stuff like that before, and I need to know before I see him again. He gets home from New York on the 18th. So basically, we want Tanya to assume the role of one of these girls on one of these sites and see what he does. And she did.
Yeah.
And he did get back, like he engaged with her. And so we had to find one of the sites that Tanya's not actually on, but it worked out.
Not on Sugar Daddy side.
Oh, you're not on the sugardaddy.com?
No.
Or whatever? So let me grab Sarah. Sarah, how are you?
I'm fine.
Good. So let me, just to cut to it, this is interesting because we had Tanya pose as a girl who found your husband on this website. He is engaged in contact with her. Matter of fact, he has asked for her number, and she gave it to him. And we also have his number through Tanya as well. So it's already bad.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not great news.
Yeah.
Here's what I was thinking we do. Why don't we call him and let Tanya have a conversation and like ask him out on a date and see if he bites?
Okay. Yeah.
And if he does, then we got problems.
Yeah. Sounds like we already do, but yeah, I guess that'll seal the deal.
Well, the fact that he gave out the number that's on these sites, it's a red flag, and I got issues with that all the way around. But I need you to say, Ryan, you have my permission to call, and then whatever his name is on Kiss FM.
Ryan, you have my permission to call on Kiss FM.
Now, what we found out is that Sarah's boyfriend has been on these websites. What kind of websites? They're sugar daddy websites? Mm-hmm. And so what is that? It means that he's looking for girls that want to take his money?
Well,
what's a sugar daddy?
I mean, yeah, it's kind of is that. I mean,
like you want to, it's a site to meet like wealthy men or something?
Mm-hmm. And by the way, and Sarah gave me a bunch of information on him, and he was very easy to find.
All right. So she did find him on one of these sites. He did start to speak with her. And now this is the first time they did exchange numbers. Now the first time that they've ever talked is going to be now. So he's already kind of mentally cheating. And I want to call him and let's just find out what he says to her. Did you use a fake name, Tanya?
Yeah, of course. I don't want my name on these.
No, to be confused with your other sites. But what name did you use?
Fiona.
Fiona. Okay. Like Fiona, Fionna?
Yes. Okay. Like the apple.
Or like Fiona Apple.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not actually an apple. It's a singer's name. All right, let's gather ourselves here. So, Sarah, we're going to call him now and find out how far she gets with him and if he really is setting up a violation here, okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, good luck.
Thanks.
Hello.
Hi, Jason.
Yeah, hi.
Hi, Jason. It's Fiona.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Pretty good.
How's New York?
It's pretty good. Keeping busy.
Awesome. When are you back?
I should be back Saturday.
If you're not busy this weekend, I was wondering if you wanted to hang out maybe. Maybe we could get a drink?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
What part of town are you in?
I'm staying, I should be around Glendale, I think.
Okay, that works. Saturday night, is that what you said?
Yeah, I should be around for Saturday night.
Okay, what time?
I don't know, whatever works for you. We could do around 7:30.
Do you maybe want to hang out after, too? Get drinks and go somewhere else?
Yeah, sure, I'm down.
Okay, good, because I need to have a little fun. I've had a long week.
I'm all about fun.
I really need to blow off some steam.
Yeah, why is that?
I've just had a really rough week at work. My boss has just been so annoying.
Well, we can try to fix that for you.
I would love that.
Jason, it's Ryan Seacrest, and I need you to know your voice is being broadcast on the radio, and I have your girlfriend on the phone, Sarah, who's asked us to call you because she knows that you're on these sites looking to pick up girls, and clearly you met Fiona on one of these sites and are going to go out with her. It sounds like you're teeing up a cheating on her. So why are you on these sites looking for other women if you're in a relationship?
Whoa.
Yeah, we've been in a relationship since December, Jason.
I don't know what you're talking about, cheating on her. I don't We're not
on me
official
like
or
setting
anything.
up a date with another girl on Saturday. That kind of cheating on me.
Yeah, you're just getting back from New York and all, like you're literally just back from LAX and you're going to go out and have a good time and let Fiona blow off some steam. That doesn't sound like you're faithful.
Okay, like, I don't know, let's talk about cheating, being faithful. Like, we've been seeing each other a couple months, but, like, we're not official or anything. Last I checked, like, you're still on Tinder. Like,
Oh, is that true? You're not exclusive, Sarah?
God, no. We've been exclusive. I mean, I think I still haven't been on Tinder since a
What
couple
are you
weeks
talking
into us dating. I have the app. I have like the app on my phone or something like that still, but I haven't been on there. You can look at my account. I haven't been on there.
I don't know what you're doing on there. I don't know if what you say is true. Like, we've never discussed being exclusive. Like, I'm just doing my thing. I assumed you were doing your thing.
Wait a minute. That doesn't sound like what Sarah told us. She told us you guys were in a committed relationship since December. Is that not the case?
There was nothing committed about our relationship.
Oh, come on. Sarah, you didn't tell me the truth?
No, as far as I knew, we were in a committed relationship. I didn't.
Either you are or you aren't. Did you have the conversation?
We didn't have any conversation.
We said we were really serious about each other and that we really liked where this was going. And I guess I assumed that meant we were going to put our focus on what was going on.
Hold on. When you're dating somebody, at some point you have a conversation that is this: hey, are we seeing other people? No, we're exclusive. Okay, and you go from there. Have you two never had that conversation?
No, we didn't.
No, we didn't say it.
Well, then why? Then Sarah, why are you telling me the guy he can't be cheating on you if you aren't exclusive with him?
I guess I thought when you're dating for that long and you're spending that much time together and saying the things that we've been saying to each other, I guess it was kind of implied. And in a lot of ways,
I think that you got to be clear that no one's seeing other people, no one's on any sites looking for other people, and be clear about it. But when there's this gray area, I don't know who's at fault. I mean, look, Jason, you're going to go out with this random Fiona who's on this, basically this gold digger site. It's just
why are you even on that in the first place?
It didn't take much to talk you into it, brah.
Hey, I'm just doing me, and I thought she was doing her. Like, what's wrong with being on that site? So what? She's on Tinder. Nobody questions her about that. I don't know what she's doing on there.
I'm going to let you both go because you're in a situation where you're not communicating about the rules of your relationship. And you need to start with that. You need to talk about whether or not you're allowed to see other people. Because I can't actually say Jason's at fault for trolling for these, other girls like Fiona. But it's not a great thing, Sarah. If you expect him to be like just with you, you need to be clear about that. All right. So I'm going to let you both go. You guys should work it out.
Wow.
Donnie, you didn't struggle much there. So you were like, right in strap, blow off some steam.
But yeah,
I mean,
because of my annoying boss. Do you like
right?
that?
No, I heard that part.
I was looking right at you.
Your voice changes too.
But I think when a girl says blow off some steam, I think we all know what that means.
It's on.
Oh, it's Donkey Kong.